Welcome. This is Tarot with Tilly. My name is Tilly. We're going to look at November 2021. Let's take a little quick glance at what's going to be happening. Of course, we'll start with the numerology. November is an 11. So November being the 11th month, the 11 is time to cut out what no longer has value in our life, no longer moves us forward, no longer brings us comfort, no longer brings us happiness or joy. And making that commitment to ourselves. November is a time to make the commitment and then follow through on the commitment. It has very potent energy to move us forward in the direction we want to go by giving it our focus, by giving it our attention. Whatever our goal, whatever our dreams, whatever our desires may be. The yearly number is a 5. So in order to find out what November 2021 is, we take the 11 and we add it to the 5, and it becomes a 16 energy. The 16 energy is about awakenings. The 16 energy is seeing things through a different perspective. Things come in that move you in a whole new direction, one that you never anticipated. Perhaps something that you've been ignoring for a long time comes face to face with you, and you have to deal with it in a very proactive way in order to move past it, in order to actually go after your goals, your dreams, your desires that you want. And in some way that hindered you, that moved you back, that held you back. 1 plus 6 is a 7, so it's really standing within our truth this month. It's about relationships as well. It's about bringing beauty into your life. It's about making the compromises that are needed and not being so stubborn in our thoughts and our actions. But we don't want to be giving away our truth, our values, our comfort, our happiness. So it's about finding that balance. When we look at the planets in the sky, well, we have the sun. We start off the month in Scorpio. So it's about digging for the truth. In Scorpio, it's either black or white. There's never any gray area. We don't want anything that's superficial, that's not long-lasting, that's not truthful, that doesn't have a strong foundation underneath it. We dig for the truth. We become the primal warrior within our lives. We want to move forward. We'll do whatever it takes. And then we also, if you remember, we have Mars. Mars is in Scorpio as well. So that is, Mars is driven. Mars is focused. Mars gets what it wants, and it goes after it with pure, I heard, vengeance. So, but a strong will, a driven desire. And then it'll move into Sagittarius. We'll become more investigative. We'll want to know more. We'll want to experience more. We'll want to learn more. We'll want to travel. And it's more of a collective energy. Absolutely, it's more of a collective energy. I think November the 4th, the new moon appears. The new moon will appear in Scorpio at 12 degrees. So that is about taking it a step back, thinking it through. Okay, taking a good look perhaps at what we sweep under the carpet. And that has been the theme leading into November. So it intensifies. Instead of going away, it intensifies as we walk into November, the first footsteps. On the 19th will be the full moon, and that will be a lunar eclipse, and that will be at 27 degrees. So that full moon at 27 degrees gives us that wanting to clear our pathway in order so that there's no stumbling blocks, so that there's no need for procrastination, so that there's no need for anxiety. And it really sets the stage because this is a shift in the eclipses. So this is the beginning of energy that we will be feeling until the end of October. I think it's October of 2023. So we're entering a new phase in our life, a new time of transformation. We'll be looking at different things. We will be experiencing different things. We will be going after different goals in our life, different dreams. And I think it'll be about a balance in our life. We'll be understanding why things are in our life because of a logical and a logical analyzing of the situation or an emotional analyzing of the situation led us to the here and now. And do we want to continue on this path, or do we need more logic, or do we need more emotion in order to make a balanced decision in order to go forward and bring those things into balance? So it might be what we keep for ourselves and what we share with others. That could be a big theme over the next year, year and a half. And I think we end off the month, and the next big thing that would happen would be Chiron and Saturn coming together again. So when that happens, we don't need to showboat ourselves. We don't need to. Yeah, it almost humbles us. It almost understands that we've got the key. We don't need to grandstand what we're doing or who we are or our purpose or anything else. We just need to do. And grabbing onto the realism of the moment and what we can do in that moment. That'll really move us forward. So we end our month with that kind of energy. Let's see what the cards have to show us for the energy that we'll be experiencing for the month of November. Of course, we'll get a mantra card. Of course, we'll get an animal. Of course, we will get a Journey of Love card, because that Journey of Love card just brings it all together. I got goosebumps just thinking about getting that deck out for us. Look at this, the Justice card. The 11 energy appears as our first card. Wow. Can't make this stuff up. This is about cutting away what no longer matters. This is about making that commitment to ourselves. This is about walking within our integrity and giving our focus and attention to us, our dreams, our goals, our desires, our wants. And yes, we need to compromise along the way. And yes, we need to work together. But we can't forget that we need to put ourselves in the first position. And we won't do that through grandstanding. That's obvious. And if we do, we'll quickly learn where we have been doing that and where we don't really need to do that in order to get to where we want to go. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So a lot of hard work is ahead of us, absolutely, with this card. But it's one where we raise the bar on ourselves. It's one that hard work, we embrace it. We challenge ourselves. We want that obstacle to appear so that we can eradicate it from our lives and move forward with a positive energy, a lighter step, and better results, more success coming in. Maybe that's happiness and joy for you. Maybe that's good health and well-being. Maybe that's a beautiful relationship or many beautiful relationships. Maybe it's growing your spirituality. The Devil appears. The Devil appears to say we can be the phoenix rising out of the ashes. We can have a rebirth. We can begin anew. This card is definitely saying that we are in that transformative time of our life, because when we are opening those doors, as I said with the lunar eclipse, where we are opening the door to a new energy, we are also starting to close that energy. And that closing that energy of really, really walking in a sense of integrity. So here's another one where we have to walk with a sense of integrity. And I think that this full moon, on top of everything else, has Uranus as part of the last 3 full moons. I think it's been 3 full moons. So things can happen. Things can change on a dime. If you need a miracle to come in, it's well within our reach to have that miracle appear in our life. But first, we have to make the commitment. First, we have to turn our focus that way. First, we have to start making those steps in order to go forward. We have to raise the bar on ourselves. So there's a lot of self-discipline that might have to come in, or patience with ourselves, or a forgiveness to ourselves about things that we think that we've messed up in the past, because we really haven't messed anything up when you look at the big picture. But in the moment, at the certain times we do, we look back and we go, oh, if I only had made this choice. Well, you didn't see that choice at the time, or that choice looked bleak at the time, because you only made that choice to put yourself in the right direction. But we can rewrite our course here. We can rewrite our chapter here. We can start anew. We have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, we're holding on to things that we no longer need. The Justice card, the 11 energy, tells us that we must let go of certain things in our life. What is it? If you love something, set it free. And if it's yours, it'll be back. So have a trust, have a faith that the good isn't going anywhere, that you can only add to it so long as you have that focus, that attention. And things may not seem like it's going right, but so long as you stay on the path and not showboat, not let your ego take over, that's when you're going to make the positive steps this month going forward, and letting go of some things that you feel in some way it's threatened that it'll be gone forever if you let it go. Give it freedom, whatever that may be. It may be your mindset on a certain thing. You may get a new perspective, a new understanding that allows you to let go of what you've been hanging on to. What have you, because once you let go of it, you can see the realization of how you can manipulate that into your plan to go forward. Our last card is the Death card. So we really have some strong cards here about letting out that inner child, about experiencing life with a freedom, with a sense of liberation. It's about our self-expression. It's about owning what makes us happy. Taking ownership of it and saying, no, it's going to be in our lives. Remember, we're nearing the end of that 5 energy of learning how to bring happiness and joy into our life. Then we will be going into more of looking at our daily routines, how to bring in a balance into our daily routines, make every moment matter. Maybe it's time, maybe it's energy, maybe it's resources. It's about, our health, our well-being, our peace of mind. And we'll be looking at bringing those things into life. But for right now, we're looking at creating the joy in our life and making that joy long term, adding things into your life, adding people into your life, things into your life, stepping into environment, stepping into likes, loves, passions, dreams, desires, love. Experiencing your inner child coming out and celebrating the moment. Okay, let's get a mantra card for November 2021. Can you believe the year is almost over? We're in November? My goodness. Where did that year go? Oof. Boom. It was like a light switch. Okay, let's see what our mantra is for the month of November 2021, and it is letting go, learning to let go. So our 4 of our 4 of Pentacles there, telling us to let go, that it's okay to let go. By letting go, you're making room, you're making space for the new beginnings, the new starts, the new adventures, the new learning experiences, the new capabilities. Letting go. Oh, there it is. So we know life is constantly changing. We know we're constantly transforming. Nothing ever stays the same. People come, they go, some quiet exitly without you realizing it, some with a loud bang. In the constant flow and changes of life, we get stuck in unhealthy habits, unhappy relationships, unrewarding jobs, and unrealized dreams. So it's about realizing these things in our life. And why am I still here? Why am I still in this position? Why am I still in this space? Does it have to do with my emotional choices? Does it have to do with my logical choices? Do I need to let in more emotion? Do I need to let in more logic? Do I really need... And it brings you to a realism, an understanding of the here and now in a more defined context, so that you can enable yourself to enact in certain ways and taking that step. You may have created an unhealthy attachment or a bond to something or someone that no longer serves you in a positive way. So you have the courage to acknowledge the situation and know that change needs to happen. It brings with it a newfound freedom, spiritual growth. The mantra for this month is, I am ready to free myself from situations that no longer serve me. Okay, we'll get an animal card. Animal tried to stay behind, but I caught it, put it back on the deck. I don't know what it was. I didn't look. So we have a very strong energy this month to move ourselves forward, but it's going to take, we have free will. So if we don't do it, then okay, we're still kind of in the same spot. We're not really moving forward. But trust me when I say that things will transform around you that will force you into changing. So it's about you writing the narrative to how that change is going to appear in your life. And yes, things can happen out of the blue, but usually things are supposed to happen out of the blue when they do, to move you in the direction you need to go. Okay, let's get our animal. Our animal is, look at this, soar. Soar with the Pegasus. I tell you, it's very strong energy for the month of November. So embrace it. Meet those challenges. I think with Mars in Scorpio as well, we will be wanting to meet those challenges. We will want to overcome certain things in our life. So yes, we could feel very unstable throughout this month and many times. So we have to build our confidence, our belief in ourselves, the belief in our goals and our dreams, and how it's going to bring in happiness and joy, not only to ourselves, but a betterment for your family, your community, the world at large. We will go to the Pegasus. There he is. Soar. Soar, small things release and leap. The higher we soar, the smaller we seem to those who cannot fly. And if we've chosen Pegasus, which we have, here we are. This is a time for you to soar, to take charge of your creations. Release yourself from the shackles. Release the shackles from your spirit and soul. And no, it won't be easy. It takes time. It takes patience with yourselves. But believe in yourself, because I do. It's time to dream big, isn't it? Next time you're in a hurry or in your own world and receive an interruption, know that sometimes it's heaven sent. So many people withdraw into themselves and put up the walls, and the hurt from past mistakes makes it easy to do. It's easy to smile or compliment a stranger or ask an elderly neighbor if you can pick up something for them at the grocery store. It may even be surprising for someone with an ice cream cone. And you don't need to be an angel. You don't need wings to be an angel or a Pegasus, just the mindset. So know that interruptions are good in our life. And I think I felt something hit me. Oh my goodness. But nothing hit me. Well, something obviously hit me, but we'll talk later. There's many things that you can do in order to make your world, your immediate world, a little bit better, a little bit more beautiful. And sometimes when we give, we get so much more back in return. So yes, it is about holding, and it is about sharing, and what we can do with what we have in order to share with others. And trust me, it does come back tenfold to you. So be the Pegasus. Let's get our Journey of Love cards out. Bring this baby home. That's what I heard, so I had to say it. It's about, this month is about, what we hold around us, what we collect perhaps, what we keep to ourselves, what we share with others. Understanding where we have let too much emotion into our thinking process, our decision-making process, or maybe too much logic in our thinking process, in our action plan, and bringing in the balance of those things. With the 11 energies, it is so strong to really walk away from the things that no longer bring us any kind of value in our life. It doesn't support us, it doesn't love us, it doesn't agree with us. It doesn't line up with our morals, our thinking, our wants, our needs, our pleasures, our joy. And our card is, oh, look at that. I cut the cards and one card remained. Look at this. The 44 energy comes out. The rings of time. So 4 plus 4 is an 8 energy. So it's about embracing our strength, embracing our truth. I haven't even, and look at all the blues in that, huh? Look at that. So it could be a lot about our voice, right? That's our throat chakra is the blues. So it could be our voice. It could be what we communicate, how we communicate, to whom we communicate with. Things could come to us through our communication, through words. So 44, we will read the poem first, and then we will go to, because I can't do this deck justice at all, by how they've described the energy of the card. There is a beautiful silence now as I hold your hands and listen to your eyes. Across a span of moments called time, there are no words that say as much, nor walls that could confine the wings of our feelings or the rhythm of our eyes. So once again, the word wings comes out. Our wings. Divine timing is granted to us as a gift. Sometimes if we want to be further ahead than we really are, the gift can seem like a restriction rather than a generous holding, much like the traffic that moves systematically so that not only one car but many can reach their destination according to a greater harmony and alignment. We are like individual cars that must sometimes accept the red lights and at other times can flow swiftly through many green lights. It's just this way, the systematic flow of the divine energy through human manifestation. Your spiritual maturation is happening perfectly. There's no need to be bothering yourself about the timing. When doors open, walk through. When there appear to be no such openings, rest and reflect. The rings of time serve you, beloved. This oracle brings you a message that the divine is completely responsible for the timing of every event, opportunity, and happening of grace in your life. All you need to do is live your life, do the work, take the steps. Everything else is taken care of for you now. This applies to all of your plans, the unfolding of all your relationships. Let it all breathe and let the divine happen as it will. So you just need to do your part and believe that you are being moved towards those safe ports in the universe, into the world, into your path, that you are protected, that you are loved. Until we meet again. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for all of your positive love, attention, your words, your beauty, your presence. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.